Kitsilano is an iconic Vancouver neighborhood best known for its beaches, parks, and laid-back energy. Kits is also a hub for fitness, yoga, and was the birthplace of Lululemon. It's common to see people being active outdoors or taking part in activities like beach volleyball or stand-up paddleboarding. For a place that's less than 5 kilometers from Vancouver's downtown core, the neighborhood is surprisingly relaxed and has a reputation for being one of the most well-liked areas in the city. Okay, so today we're back with Josh Kepke.
Hey.
Hey Josh, welcome back to the channel.
As a lifelong resident, I am genuinely thankful to have the opportunity to live and work in this one-of-a-kind city. Picturesque mountains to the north and stunning ocean to the south with endless world-class real estate in between. Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada is truly a city where you can live who you are.
And we're at one of his new listings here in Kitsilano. I think the homeowners have
We put about $50,000 or more into this renovation.
Exactly. So what that means is it's a good deal for buyers and the space looks beautiful. So I'm going to do a tour, and then afterwards we're going to be talking to Josh about tips for first-time homebuyers here in Vancouver. All right, so shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Starting over here in the entryway, and I absolutely love that the contractor put in all of this like storage in the entryway. This is so practical for just day-to-day living. And what is the finishing called, Josh?
So we've done bleached engineered hardwood throughout on these are custom cabinets done for this place, as well as the hardwood floors.
Amazing. And I noticed that a lot of the details, both in the kitchen and in the entryway cabinetry, is this beautiful stained black.
Tailor hardware and lighting throughout this Suite 304 at 2458 York Avenue, and it's done in the matte black finish.
Love that. Okay, so like moving into the kitchen, we have this gorgeous large island, and I love this because if you're hosting, you can, have people sitting around and comfortably dining while also prepping food and stuff. Not that I cook a ton, to be honest. Alex does most of the cooking, but still really nice to have. Once you come into here, we obviously have all new appliances.
LG fridge. My favorite thing about the appliances though is the 2-in-1 European style laundry, because before we renovated this suite, it did not have laundry, and that was a major drawback for buyers. So here you fire in your dirty clothes and you don't have to babysit it. It's going to wash and dry it, and you can just get on with your life.
I love that, and no going to the laundromat. Also, the counter is quartz, I believe, right Josh?
Yes.
And then we also have, sneakily back here, a little washing machine. So that makes your cleanup a lot easier. Another thing that I really like about the kitchen, first of all, I love bleached birchwood because it has that Scandinavian vibe. I myself am Scandinavian and have always grown up with this sort of aesthetic around us in my family. And also there's this little prep zone which gives even more counter space. So I feel like this is a very useful, practical kitchen. Anyway, moving on. Where's next, Josh?
Well, we have this in-suite storage under the stairs. All the penthouses have that in this building, whereas all the rest of them do have a locker in the garage. So it's nice to have that storage in-suite with you.
Absolutely. And you could actually like fit a bike in there. Like you could fit a lot of day-to-day things.
One thing we had thought about doing was actually opening all of this up and then having a built-in, so you've got your TV, you would have your TV built in and shelving storage, but became a little bit cost prohibitive.
For sure. Another cool thing about the kitchen is it opens up right into this beautiful dining space as well as the living room. So they've put in this brand new television that's sharp, and you can swivel it depending on what room you're in. So whether you're in the kitchen and cooking or you're entertaining over here, you're like, I've never technically tried to do this. At our house, I also love to do, just like work and sit out while Alex is maybe cooking and stuff. And here it would be so nice to be able to be a part of the action over there, but also kind of chill in the living zone, if that makes sense. So one of the best things about this apartment, and Josh could probably speak to this as well, but there are very few penthouses available in Kitsilano, obviously just because of supply and demand. So in this unit, you actually have, how tall are the ceilings?
Oh, don't ask me that. I'm calling them double height ceilings because it does have this slant all the way up, being a loft penthouse. So you've got really high double height ceilings, and the most unique thing about this place is that you have air conditioning, and it's south facing, so you get really warm in the summer, and it's super unusual to have air conditioning in a condo in Kitsilano, let alone one that's a bit older like we have here.
Another thing that's cool about this living room is because the way the space is laid out, you actually have enough space for a large sofa and a love seat or a chair, or you can go full out and do a big sectional that would keep the room still very open. So I love that. As we turn over to our side as well, you can see we have this giant patio door that leads out to a personal deck.
It's massive, and you have brand new composite decking, so that's really low maintenance. It's gonna last forever, and tons of sunlight. Super quiet here on York Avenue as well because it is a bikeway.
See, if it were me and this was my place, I would buy so many plants and trees, kind of like the neighbors have done over here.
The neighbors do a fantastic job. I mean, we're not in the summer right now, but when you came here originally, this was all in full bloom, and it was just stunning. I would actually use pictures of it to show this listing, and people didn't really like that, but it was so nice, I had to let people see it.
That's fair. Okay, so next stop on the tour is upstairs of the beautiful loft, so we're gonna head up there. Okay, so this is the bedroom or the loft space. What I really love about this is they continued the cabinetry that we saw downstairs. So you have these giant closets with tons of storage, as well as there's just enough space. What size bed is this, Josh?
This would be a double.
You have this beautiful view of the downstairs from up here, and you can kind of see what's going on. And from the window up here, you actually have this stunning view of the mountains in Vancouver. You can see the ocean, so that's really beautiful to wake up to. Nice sunrise out of this window every morning. So that's something to look forward to. And finally, beside the bed, we actually have enough space for a desk or a work area. And I find that nice because, like, let's say the partner is chilling downstairs or watching TV and you kind of want to escape and like hang out and maybe do some work. This is just enough space for it. Or like a vanity. Ooh, a vanity would be nice here. Cool. Okay, so last stop is the bathroom. I think they did a gorgeous job with this. Okay, so in here, I think they did a stunning job with all of the faux marble, along with the mosaic, which is really beautiful. They have the extra high sink, which is beautiful for tall people like myself and Alex, as well as, of course, all of the cupboards and all the cabinetry that matches everything else in the house. They did a really great job keeping consistency through every aspect of this place, as well as a big tub that you can take baths in, soak in, and then they have the low flow toilets, which is nice and environmental. Another cute thing is they have a big window for ventilation and for natural sunlight, so if you're getting ready and doing your makeup in here, you're gonna get a nice even coverage.
And in-floor heating.
And in-floor heating, I didn't even notice that. Also, you'll notice all of the fixtures in here also match the matte black that they did everywhere else in the home. So that's really stunning. Cool. All right. Okay, so some bonus footage is Josh actually has another listing coming up in this building. As you know, this one already sold, but the other unit is still under construction and it's gonna look a lot like this one. So we're also gonna hop over there and show you what's gonna be coming on the market, exact same building, very shortly.
You're gonna be the first one to see it. I'm really excited.
Oh, cool. I love that.
This one it's a little smaller. It's on the second floor, and we're gonna have the same kind of cabinetry finishes, and it's north facing, so that means you get to see the ocean from the suite itself. The balcony as well, also gonna have in-suite laundry. If you come this way, you can see the tile work's actually finished. We're just waiting to put the appliances in. So here's the tile in the kitchen. You're gonna have all new appliances through here. It's gonna be beautiful. The tub's new, the floor is new, the walls new. We'll have new lights in there. Probably some carpet in here, some nice carpet in your bedroom. Keep your feet warm when you're coming out of bed. And you do have some nice natural light looking out here down, and still very private. You gotta use your imagination a little bit right now, I'll be honest with you. But you are getting a sneak peek, and this is what a sneak peek involves. And you saw the one before, so you can just kind of imagine. price per square foot. You were asking me the price of it, right? So I haven't set the price yet, but judging on this one selling at $1,020 a square foot, you can expect it to be somewhere in that range. Probably a little less than that. But why don't we just take a quick step out onto the balcony and then we'll get out of here. So you can see how quiet it is out here on the York Avenue bikeway. It's really peaceful. You can do barbecues on the balcony, which is really nice. And if you just turn around, you'll see a nice view of the city from here as well. Again, that iconic Vancouver house.
Okay, so now I want to talk to Josh about tips for first-time home buyers. Like, what do people in Vancouver need to know about buying in the city? Because I know it is unique compared to other places in North America.
Well, real estate in Vancouver is not like any other animal that you're going to run into buying properties other than maybe like New York in the US or San Francisco. But some general rules are always going to apply across cities, and that is always neighborhood, neighborhood, neighborhood.
Right.
You want to pick one that's either up and coming or already a really good neighborhood, because by the time you're ready to sell, you're going to be ready to make a profit. And Kitsilano is kind of everybody's favorite neighborhood in Vancouver.
It's true.
You have the beach just down the street, nice treed, leafy treed streets, and good bars. West 4th Avenue is a happening place for shopping.
It's true. It's a good sense of community as well. Like, Kitsilano really feels like a neighborhood, whereas other places in cities sometimes feel kind of disconnected.
Yeah, some people say about Cole Harbour it's a little more sterile. You never hear that about Kitsilano. And especially here on a bikeway, really nice because it's not a busy street. You want to try to stay off of the busy streets if you can. Another general rule for first-time home buyer is go get pre-qualified. Go talk to your mortgage broker. If you don't have one, get a referral to one from a realtor, or talk to your bank, but at the same time, a mortgage broker is licensed and can give you more options and more insights because they are essentially more accountable than a bank representative.
Cool. And I guess like some of those are reasons why this place already sold, because it wasn't on the market long, like maybe 7 days, and being in a good neighborhood and a quiet street in one of the most desirable areas in Vancouver, like it got picked up like that.
That's absolutely right. Now, the biggest reason this place sold in the time frame it did was the presentation, for one. Pricing is always very important. You got to price things appropriately because no amount of marketing is going to sell a property that's overpriced. What you're going to want to look for as well is, number one thing I look for in a condo is, are there rental restrictions or pet restrictions? And this place has no restrictions.
Really?
So you can have a big dog, you could have 3 big dogs if you wanted. There's no number or restriction of any kind. You can rent it out, which is a very popular thing in Vancouver. About 25% of the market is investors. So that's who ended up buying this property. And coming back to the pre-approval thing, yeah, the offer that's going to get accepted is the one that's got the least amount of subjects on it, which is which are contingencies, escape clauses, if you will, which is a bit of an oversimplification. But we had one offer that had no subjects on it, totally, here's the money, take it and go. The one we accepted was for $51,000 more than that one, and it had one subject, which was to inspection of the building, which makes sense because this is a 1979 building, wood frame. A lot of people these days want to look at something new, 10 years young maybe.
Yeah.
You don't get that in Kitsilano. Kitsilano's an old neighborhood.
Absolutely.
And somewhere where people really fight tooth and nail to keep new developments out because they don't want to lose their views, they don't want to see their neighborhood change. And I mean, you saw this place before when it was unrenovated.
Oh, I wish we had before and afters to pop in.
Well, I can share some photos and we can do that.
Pop those
yeah. There you go. Yeah, so it's night and day.
Cool.
Harmonie, thanks so much for coming to check it out. I'm really excited to have you. And thank you for coming as well. If you have questions about any of the units in this building or what I might have coming up on the market as well, give me a call at 604-313-9805. You can send me an email to hello@vancouverrealestatetoday.ca. And you can always shoot me a DM on Instagram at Josh Kepke. And be sure to follow along on my socials for any new listings coming up and opportunities that are potentially off the market as well.